it's going to be story, top tips, and then we're going to jump in with that. And I don't want to take up any more of your time, Kev. I just want to really thank you for jumping on here this morning and giving us your time, mate. So over to you, Kev.
Thanks very much, mate. And I just want to congratulate everybody who qualified for this, because when Ricky said about the 500 PPV, I can actually remember when my sponsor told me you needed 500 PV to become a senior consultant. And I remember thinking 500 seemed like a mountain to climb, because even just the number 500 seems like this big number. But and I didn't think we were going to be able to do 500. That's the God's honest truth, guys, and that takes me back to how we got started. But I do want to just congratulate everybody who's made it on this call, everybody who's on the call, and everybody who's willing to take notes. Because when you know anything about my background, guys, I left school with no qualifications. I'm not an academic person at all. But if you were to look on my desk right now, I have got notes everywhere and I have got journals everywhere. Because the reason why, guys, when I was at school, I didn't want to be a school teacher. I didn't want to be like, I don't know, a social worker. I didn't want to be academic. I wanted to be a builder. I wanted to be a joiner. So I didn't really want to learn. But when I understood what Herbalife was going to be able to give us, I wanted to become a very, very serious student. So I started to take notes, and everything that I'm going to share with you today is everything that I've learned over 7.5 years. So a bit of my background is I've had 128 boxing matches. I was a physical trainer and I was a Royal Marines Commando, and I'm 5'7". So I'm like, I've got little man syndrome. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, because I was so short, I was trying to do everything within my grasp to try and prove that I wasn't a little boy and that was a real man. So I went from a building site to becoming a Royal Marine, to become also like a box for Scotland multiple times. I was Scottish champion, and I was the champion of the armed forces. And I think you can tell already, guys, not academic. And I also want to really like help you understand when I'm talking on the Zoom call, as much as it might seem like I'm a confident person, when I first started in Herbalife, I couldn't talk. I couldn't verbalise. Like, I remember going to my first meeting as a qualified producer, and I didn't know actually how to give a testimonial. I was a bit like, my name's Kevin, and I've been in the product, and I was like this, guys. So I just want you to know this is where we were 7.5 years ago. As a dad, 3 children, I didn't think I was failing in life. I actually thought I was winning. But I was in a basement flat. My house was riddled with dampness. At the end of the day, I wasn't really providing the best that I could as a dad. But I didn't really understand that there was something more out there for me to be able to do to provide a better life for my family. And also being like somebody, as I said, somebody who had a bit of an ego. And by the way, you do need a bit of an ego if you want to be good, you need to have a little bit of an ego. But my ego back then was ruling my listening. So when my best friend Jim told me about Herbalife, my ego stepped in and said, I'm not into that crap. That's a load of rubbish. I don't need that stuff. That's for middle-aged girls. That was my opinion, guys. I thought it was for, you know, mummies and older girls, because I related it to Slim Fast. And at the time I was very fit. I was quite healthy. So I didn't feel there was a need for me, but he was my best friend and he got great results. And because he got results, that was something that caught my attention. So what I would say to everybody on the call is take a note from Jim Cusick's diary. He got a result that got my attention. So if you're looking to get friends and family involved, look at your own results, because it's not going to be necessarily what you say, it's going to be what they see. So I got that and I was like, do you know what? I'll give it a try. Got on the products, guys. You all know what happens when you get on the products. Within 2 weeks, I remember just walking down the street and I had a bit of a spring in my step. I was like, wow, I just feel good. I didn't know what it was. I wasn't ripped up or nothing like that, but I had a spring in my step. And I said to Sarah, I said, wow, I feel better. Do you feel good? She went, I feel amazing as well. But we weren't doing it as a business. We were just saying, oh, this is good. And after about, I don't know, another few weeks, I was getting a lot of stick from friends at work. Because imagine this, guys, right? Imagine being in an office with 12 men from the armed forces. Try and guess what they're like. They're all on steroids, right? They've all got big muscles. They're all they're all very, very opinionated. And they're all now telling me that Herbalife gives you moops because it's got loads of it's estrogen and all this other stuff. It gives you liver damage. It's a scam. All this other stuff. All my friends were telling me this. And I was just saying, look, I don't know, lads. I'm just using it. That's it. But after about 6 or 7 weeks on the products, now, because I was getting results and my abs were starting to pop through, they were like, Kev, can you get me some? These were the people who told me it was giving me liver damage, everything else. They were all now saying, Kev, can you get me some? So I was phoning Jim going, I've got people who want this, what do I do? And he said, Kev, you should be a member and do it as a business. I said, look, I don't want a business. And that's a really important training point as well, guys. Sometimes when you talk about business to your friends and family, they will totally switch off from it because business is something that's big. So, you know, as soon as he said business, I'll tell you the truth. The first thing I thought about was tax. So what do you think I done, guys? I told Sarah to sign up. I didn't want it in my name. So I said, oh, you just put in your name because I didn't want the tax on my name. That's the truth. So we became members. We weren't really doing the business. We had maybe 8 consumers, my mum, Sarah's mum, a couple of Sarah's friends, a couple of my friends, right? So now you're making, I don't know, say £200, which was good, by the way. That was a good part-time income. And Jim said, Kev, go and come to a Herbalife meeting. And in my mind, I thought meeting, I thought a boardroom and everybody talking about boring stuff. And I said, I don't want to go to a meeting. And to cut a long story short, guys, Jim jumped on a plane. He flew down from Edinburgh and he basically dragged us to Croydon to go to a Herbalife meeting. And that just shows you, again, his level of commitment, his level of desire, that he was willing to jump on a plane. And me and Ricky were talking about this earlier, about how I will now travel anywhere to help any one of my guys, to help them get activated. And that obviously came from me learning from Jim, jump on a plane. And Jim told me he got that from Jim Rowan. He heard that from a Jim Rowan training. So I went to an event in Croydon, guys, and to cut a long story short, has everybody seen the 45-second presentation? 5 teach 5 teach 5. Just give me a thumbs up if you've seen it.
Won't have. Some of us have, some of them won't have.
Right, so guys, I just seen this, and I'll tell you the truth, when I got shown it, I was like, I would dig a hole every single day for 4 years to achieve what they've just shown me. And this is all they were saying. 5, introduce 5 people, teach them to use the products and help customers. Just do 5. And I was like, in my mind, I thought, yeah, we could find 5. Well, 5, teach 5, 25. That now gives you 30 distributors, right? Now, guys, this should excite you even here, right? 30 distributors with 10 customers each equals £30,000. Herbalife will be paying you about £3,500 on that, because that's all in your personal volume. Me and Sarah done that in 4 months. Okay, £4,000 just on that. That's all I knew, guys, right? 25 teach 5, 1, 2, 5. You know what that is? Millionaire team. Me and Sarah done that in 11 months. Now, here's the thing. I know you're all looking going, wow, it is so simple. Well, if you think it's so simple, you've got to keep it that simple, yeah? That was it. And then 125 teach 5, 625 gives you 780 members in your team. Okay? 780 members with 5 customers each. This now generates £390,000 a month. I'll say that again, £390,000 a month. Herbalife pay you 5% royalty. 5% of that is £19,500. So guys, when I seen that, I decided I'm going to do whatever it takes to achieve that. What I didn't know was Herbalife don't just pay you 5%, they give you an extra bonus called a production bonus. And on top of that, it's an extra 6% as a President's Team member. That would pay you £42,000 a month. Sorry guys, I'm just plugging my computer in. It's starting to overheat already. So 42 grand a month, right? So to cut a long story short, guys, after 11 months, we were earning £8,000 a month. After 3 years, £25,000 a month. And our biggest month so far this year has been £118,000 in 1 month. It's unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable. And I just want to like say to you, I'm still the same person. I am still the same guy. I've got a pair of tracksuit bottoms on that have been bleached. You know, girl, you know what girls are like with bleach? It gets everywhere, right? Yeah, there, it's all bleach, right? Guys, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I love what I do. Going from £25,000 a month to 118, both of them are a lot of money. Do you get what I mean? If you're on £25,000 a month, can you buy a Ferrari? Easily. So what else would you want? I don't know. So it's not about the money. It's just not about the money. You need to know that, guys, right? So that was all I saw. Now, if I was you on this call, I'd just be saying, that's all I see. I just need to find 5 serious people. Just 5. Now, if you can find 5, you'll go all the way to the top in this business. And I know Ricky, all he teaches is active supervisors, stones, and from there, you get your stars. And that's all we've done, guys. Me and Ricky are very, very similar. Ricky's been down to Pompey a few times. And when I watch Ricky training, I'm like, that's the exact same way as I think. That's the exact same way as I think, guys. So, it's just been unbelievable. I mean, I'll tell you the truth. The early part of the story was more emotional. As a millionaire team member, the day I put 3 children into private school, that was probably one of the most emotional feelings in my life. I almost remember wanting to go on my hands and knees. I can feel it now. I can remember wanting to go on my hands and knees and cry when I put my kids. They all had their snobby blazers on, the blazers with a tie. Little Zena had a straw hat. And I'm this little scallywag from Western Hills. By the way, guys, my rest in peace, my dad, my brother, both died drug abuse, and my sister's a heroin addict, all right? And being able to put my 3 kids into private school, I swear I could have went on my hands and knees outside that school and just went, I've done it. I've done it. That was the most important thing for me. It wasn't, that was the most important thing that I was able to do, is put those 3 kids into private school. And I now listen to my little boy talk, and you listen to the way I talk, right? Jude, my wee boy, speaks like a royal. Oh, yes, Daddy. And I'm like, how did that happen? Honestly, guys, it's mental. He stands with his shoulders back, and I'm still hunched over, with a little chavvy swagger, and he walks about like his royal family. It's crazy. So the early part of the story is just unbelievable. But I mean, I just want to I think I've told you enough about my story, guys. I want to try and give you enough value to go, do you know what? If he can do it, why can't I do it, right? Now, I don't know nobody knows what stops people going to the top in the business. Because if they did know, everybody would go to the top. But here's the one thing I would show you, that again. That's the only thing that's stopping you. Now I'm going to go through some of the people on my team who are now millionaire team, global expansion team, active world team, and they are from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds. And if you're just wanting to talk to people and help them and be more passionate about helping them than what you're going to be getting, you're going to go all the way, guys. I was telling Ricky a story, like I was taking my dog a walk yesterday. By the way, I now live on a really posh street, right? I just don't fit in. And I'm taking my dog a walk, and this guy's got a terrier. And I goes, oh, hiya, pal. I says, imagine saying, hiya, pal. They're like, oh, hello there. I'm like, how you doing, pal? Right, and he's gone. I says, what kind of dog's that you've got? He goes, oh, I've got a terrier. I says, oh, this is a little toy poodle. Well, I don't even know what I've got. It's a toy Labrapoodle or something like that. I don't know, right? It's cute, whatever it is. And I started chatting to him, and I said, oh, what do you do? And he went, oh, I was in the Royal Navy. I was a captain. Now, by the way, guys, a captain was like one of the top ranks, about £100,000 a year. What do you think? I'm thinking I'm getting paid that a month now, right? And he's got, oh, yes. And he lives on the same road as me. So I'm chatting away to him, and he goes, oh, what do you do now? I said, oh, Herbalife Nutrition. He says, does that help with people with diabetes? I said, of course it does. I said, diabetes is all about sugar. Herbalife's really low in sugar. It makes you feel incredible. He went, wow. I says, you'll need to come and visit me, and I can take you through some of it. He went, ah, right. He went, I said, that's where I live there. My house is bigger than his. He went, you live there selling shakes? I says, no. I said, it's not selling shakes. I says, it's network marketing. It's about networking. And this guy went, I love networking. That's what I do. I said, you would absolutely love what I do, Mike. Guys, he's coming to my house today. He's going to get a banana shake shoved in his neck, thermo aloe, right? He'll probably get a protein bar stuck in his neck, and he'll be getting the link to register as a member. And one of the first things I'm going to say to him is, Mike, who do you know? Because Mike is 52. He's a little bit chubby, right? He's a little bit, he is very You can tell he's a good guy, but he probably wouldn't relate to the average person, right? But I'll be like, do you know anybody involved in rugby? Oh, yes, I know loads of people in rugby. Do you know anybody who likes cricket? Oh, yeah, one of my friends, he's the coach for the Pompey cricket. And guys, I'm just going to be gathering names and networking through it. Okay, that's all you do, guys. And I really hope that you're taking notes from it, because when I do tell you some of the people in my organization, it wasn't necessarily the first person, the person who you introduce, it's the person that they introduce, or even beyond that. So here's a couple of things that I want to say. Here's why I believe people don't want to carry that out, right? Wow, it just took me back there, right? So imagine this. Remember I told you guys in the first 4 months, I done 5 gets 5, yeah? That bit there. After 4 weeks, my income was 4 grand a month. I was driving a Herbalife Audi TT. The company used to give the top producer in the country a car, right? So me and Sarah won the car. I drive the car into work. Now the boss isn't happy. Why? Because he's found out I'm making 4 grand a month part-time, plus my 2 grand full-time income. I'm making more money than him, my boss, right? Do you think he's happy? He ain't happy. He gets us in the office and he goes, right, I have heard that you are all involved in this Herbalife scam. It's absolutely disgraceful. And think about it, guys, this is the armed forces, right? If I found out anybody's involved in this, from today, you will be severely reprimanded. Now, when he was going off like this, I'll tell you the truth, all I could look at was his belly. Because I thought, you need it, you fucking idiot. Seriously, guys, right? That's what I thought. And can I tell you something as well? Even back then, I was only a world team member, but I was listening to Jim Rohn every morning. And on that morning, I swear, on that very morning, Jim Rohn said to me on my earphones, what you don't use, you lose. And you know what I thought? I thought, wow, look, I'm getting shivers on my arms right now. I thought, if I don't use my freedom to do a part-time business, I lose my freedom. I'm not letting this guy dictate to me if I can use my part-time to do something that I want to be able to do. So guys, as soon as he walked out, I laughed. I went, he's an idiot. And all my mates, 4 mates, who were all world team, said, Kev, we're quitting. I went, what? I said, you having a laugh? I went, he's just fucking jealous. He goes, Kev, if we get caught, we're going to get our rank taken off us. I went, don't put anything on Facebook, just network privately, blah, blah, blah. Guys, 4 of them quit on one day. I was left with 1. It was a little bit like getting a kick in the, it was a little bit like that, a wee bit. But I was listening to Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes said to me, this is when you're going to see if you're a leader. When everybody drops out on you and you can fake it until you make it. Yeah, and he goes, I'm going to have to say this. When you can put that smile on your face, like your business is on fire, and you can go, I am going to the top. He goes, that's when you'll find out if you're a leader. Guys, that was it. Bang. I was like, what do you think I went back to? That. One of the people who quit on that day, I told him, Jimmy, do not quit. Do you know who his downline would have been? Josie and Jamie Stickley, who are a millionaire team. Yeah? The other one would have been Get Team 2.5. The other one would have been Get Team. And they're still my friends, by the way. Still my pals. I would not tell them what's going on now, by the way. They don't understand. I couldn't tell them because it didn't make them bad people. That's the thing as well, guys. That's a good point for us to chat about, is just because someone quits, it doesn't make them a bad person, right? They're just not as strong as you. Look, you can lead the horse to water, you can't make it drink. But it just doesn't make them a bad person. So, you know, you've just got to let them go. But what I will say is let them go. I promise you, they'll come back. Right? I've just had 2 world team members join back up. One of them last month done 2,500. Next month's going to be his best month ever. So he's better now than what he was 6 years ago. Okay, his name's John Redmond. They'll come back and they're going to be better because they're going to realise what a very, very silly mistake they made. And they're going to say to themselves, I'm never going to let that happen again. Don't fall out with the people who quit on you, guys. They don't quit on you, they quit on themselves. So, here's why. People, so I'm just going to tell you guys, I have not got any spreadsheets. I've not got any, look, this is my office. All it is just pictures, right? I'm not a big one for loads of whiteboards and big plans. I'm not like that. I'm just telling you why, right? All I do, show you what I do. That. I don't even want to print them out. I would rather just draw circles. Yeah, 3 gets 3. I draw the circles. If I want to get 5 new members, I draw 5 empty circles and I fill them up with names. Here's the next thing. So, I've now said that to you, right? And do you know what, guys? I love this. Do you know why I love it? Because I'm not training my own guys. I love it because you know I'm doing it because I want to help you, right? Here's why 90% of people will not draw the circles. They won't even do it after the call. Do you want me to tell you why? The fear of failure. I'm going to tell you a few different stories during this call. See, when I draw the circles, do you think I fill them up like that? No? There is 0 names after a week. It's still empty. Yeah, but if I keep having the conversations, then I get 1 name. Then I get 2 names. Now, see if you've got 2 names. Now you're starting to go, wow, I can do this. See, but most people aren't willing to do the work to get the first couple of names in the boxes, right? And it's the same with any type of tracking. This is why people don't write it down, because it's a fear of failure. They think, oh, I'm not even putting it on paper, right? Put it there and it's where I can see it. And I'm going to tell you what that type of leadership, because some people think, what do you need to do to be a leader? Guys, I'm not a leader, right? I'm 40k, I'm press team, I still don't see myself as a leader. Do you know what I do? I lead myself. If I can lead myself, people will follow me. I'm not this guru, like, right, let's have a chat about what you're going to do. No, I just need to be the one who's doing the do, and people will follow me, people will copy me. I believe that's what a leader should do. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? Who would you follow? A guru who does this. See, when you listen to these gurus, see, after about an hour, they end up just getting bored, guys. I'd rather watch somebody who does it. I'd rather watch somebody in the game. Now, if you're all going like that, that's maybe a point for you to go, wow, yeah, maybe I need to be the one who walks the walk. You know, when you're taking your doggy a walk, you go, hey, what kind of dog's yours? Mine's a pit bull. You know, you want to go, ooh, you're hard. Yeah, showing off with your pit bull. But it's fear of failure, right? And the other reason why people don't want to carry that out, fear of people. Right? They're scared about what somebody else is going to say. They're like, oh yeah, but I think he's going to tell me Herbalife shit. Sorry for my bad language, guys, but I want to be real, right? I'm really scared in case my brother-in-law tells me to F off because I've asked him to take a look at something. Or, guys, that's not real. See if your brother-in-law does say it's a load of crap, inside your mind, laugh at him. He's the loser, not you. Think about it, guys. You know what? See when someone goes, ah, yeah, that Herbalife, nobody makes money. Have you noticed why I've paused there? Nobody makes money. Are you having a laugh? I don't know anybody outside the professional football or the high-level professional boxing who makes more money than president's team members in this country. None. I don't. Guys, there's loads of business people where I live. They've all got like cafes, restaurants, bars. None of them make the money that me and Sarah make, and none of them are sitting on their arse taking their dog a walk at 9 o'clock in the morning after they've taken their kids to school. So why I'm saying that is when somebody does say, that Herbalife, in your mind, laugh. Go, all right, yeah. Oh, is that a scam? Wow. Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks for looking anyway. Yeah, use that to drive you on because, guys, trust me, in 2 years' time, 5 years' time, when you start buying the car, buying the house, buying all the flashy clothes or whatever it is you want, that's when they're going to go, oh, wow, maybe he was right or maybe she was right. Do you get what I'm saying, right? So please write this bit down. This is what stops most people. Fear of people. Guys, they're not going to punch you. They're not going to get you in a headlock. They're not going to pull your pants down. Right? All they're potentially going to say is no. The worst thing they're going to say is no. That's a load of crap. You just go, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for taking a look. That's it. I've got people in my business now who are world team who said that exact thing. No thanks, Kev. Herbalife's load of shite. I go, in my mind, I go, you're mental. I go, no worries, mate. Hope everything's well. What are you up to this weekend? 4 years later. Hiya, mate. How you doing? Hiya, Kev. I've been watching you for a bit. I think I'm going to get on that Herbalife stuff. Bang. On the products. 3 months later, in cuts for World Team. Right now, World Team member with 400 royalty points. Somebody told me it was crap, guys. Okay? So get over your fear of people. Here's the next thing. Run your own race. Some people, guys, are going to have quicker times than others. Some people are going to be in huge momentum right now. Some people you're never, ever going to be able to compete with. Why compete with them? So I'll give you an example. Danielle Armstrong. Why would I ever compare myself with Danielle? Why? I'm not. You run your race, I'll run mine. Why? I'm not going to do it. Run your own race. I don't know who you're thinking about right now. Why would I compare myself to Ricky? I can't be Ricky. Trying to be Ricky Roberts would be impossible. I am not going to compare myself to Ricky or whoever else that, like, let's just say fit couple, right? Why would I compare myself to fit couple? That guy's got a six-pack. I've not. He's American, I'm not. He's got 1 million followers, I've not. I can only control what I can do. That's it, guys. So when you hear run your own race, do it. Run your own race. Don't worry about your sideline or your upline or your downline. Run your own race. Okay? I am so glad I run my own race. Do you know, guys, there's been times when, and I won't mention any names, I've been on S&P meetings and there's been people who are KKK and they go, in the bar, Kev, come on, Kev, when are you going to be 15K? Yeah, this was like 2 years ago and I just go, I'm not really that interested. I say, I know if I just keep doing what I'm doing over and over and over, I'm going to get to wherever I'm going to be. I'm not in a rush to do it. Guys, zipped. He didn't know what to say. Do you know why? What I just basically schooled him on personal development. Run your own race. That's even the marketing plan, guys. Run your own race. Don't get sucked in and allowing to be put under negative pressure. Yeah, allow yourself to be on forward, positive momentum instead of that's a negative. That's a negative if you ask me. You know, when are you going to be press team? When are you going to be? You go, guys, can I tell you something? Getting to press team has nothing to do with you. It's about the amount of people you're going to bring in and how well they're going to do. You might get lucky and sponsor a Ricky Roberts, right? But I wouldn't rely on that. I would rely on just finding 5 good people over and over and over. 5, 5, 5, like that. Yeah? Run your own race. So, Ricky was saying, Kev, could you talk about some stories about like your business, 30 stones? And by the way, can I tell you something as well? Guys, I'm saying this because I'm your pal. Don't let 30 stones fake you out. You go, wow, how the hell did that happen? It's not even that big. 7.5 years, average it out. What is it? 4 active supervisors a year, which equals 1 every 3 or 4 months. If you're willing to be consistent, that's what will happen. We've just been consistent. Now, don't even think 30. Imagine if you went, wow, imagine having 10 stones, right? Well, see if you were just consistent for the next 3 or 4 years, you're going to have 10 stones. I will guarantee you now, if you've got 10 stones, you'll be a press team member. Telling you now, guys. I don't know anybody who's got 10 stones who is not a press team member. Right? So, again, this is why people like writing it down. This is why they don't write it down. Write it down. Think about that. You're all going, yeah, Kev's right there, actually. If I just broke that down, even 2 new active supervisors, 2 or 3 new active supervisors every year, wow, 5 years' time, man, I'd have 10 stones. That's what will happen. Some of them will be stars. Some of them will be tab team. Some of them will be press team. You don't know which ones, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, true stories on how you don't know who they're going to be. First one, and I've went down just the tab team lines, right? First one is Simon Hill. Always wearing that, yeah? Always wearing a badge. Walking down the street, Simon goes, excuse me, mate, you do that Herbalife thing, don't you? Right, yeah. So think about it, guys. Do your local community know you're the Herbalife girl or you're the Herbalife guy? Right? They might know on social media, but do they actually know when you're out and about? Don't underestimate that. I reckon I've got a press team leg. No, wait there, how many? 3 diamonds in my downline through that. 3. So, walking down the street, mate, you do that Herbalife? Yeah. So I'm training you right now, guys, right? I'm training you right now. And then goes, yeah, of course. He went, could you help me lose weight? I went, yeah, give me your number, mate. Bang, bang, bang. See you later. Walk away. I didn't start talking to him about protein, and I just took his number, walked away. Eric Worre, he trains it, guys. He trains it that you should always be in a rush. Yeah, you should always just try and get away. So you get their contact details and you walk away. Later on that day, hey Simon, nice to meet you earlier. When are you free to pop in to do some samples? Right? I didn't say, when are you free to pop round to do your personalised evaluation? You know what I mean? The guy thinks he's going to the doctors or something. Keep everything fun and simple and magical, yeah? Mate, when are you free to pop round for some samples and stuff? In your own words. You know, you need to have your own words. But the more fun, simple, stupid it is, you're like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, guys, right? Pops in, bang. Hiya, pal, how you doing? Bang. Kettle on, thermal aloe, boom. What's your favourite ice cream? Chocolate. Brrr, bang. He's in. Guys, if they've had a tea and aloe and they've had a shake, they are in. You could go mute. They would just say, can you get me the products? How much is it? You would write down the price and go, thank you so much. Just by sampling the products. Is that true, guys? That's true, eh? If you can get them to sample the products and taste it, they are in. So this is a good story now, right? So Simon's now on the products, getting decent results, and after about 3 months, he started to go off track. He started to give me the, oh mate, I've went off track, I'm sorry, and oh, and this, and oh, and I've been busy, and oh, but who's got customers like that? I was like, this is true story now. I goes, Sarah, can you look after that Simon? He's a time waster. So I basically sloped Simon. So Sarah now, Sarah's got a lot more patience than me. I think girls have got a lot more patience, right? So Sarah now started to look after Simon. And guys, he was on and off the products for 2 or 3 years. Seriously. But what do you think our relationship was like now? It was good. I remember every time I saw Simon, I used to always go, wow, I like your shoes, mate. That was like a running thing. Because he used to wear, I don't know what the brand's called. It's like Churches or something like that. I go, oh, mate, I like your brogues. I see him a month later, I go, oh, mate, what kind are they? Wow, Churches. I go, they are lovely, mate. I like that. I like the brown colour. So I was always building that relationship, right? After about 2 or 3 years, I goes, Simon, you should take a look at this business. He goes, I have not got the time. I said, you don't need time. It's about who do you know. It's about network marketing. I said, do you know anybody else who would be good at this? He went, yeah, I know somebody, but he hates Herbalife. I went, what's his name? He went, Jack Williams. I went, all right. I went, great. I went, bring him round to my house. I says, and I'll talk to him about anything that he's got reservations about, and we'll see what happens. Came round, kettle, thermal aloe. I didn't say to Jack, by the way, guys, I didn't say to Jack, do you want a shake? Do you know what I would have said? No, thanks. Yeah, I said, what's your favourite kind of ice cream, mate? It was something like strawberry. Brrr. I didn't ask him. I put it on the table. Now he's got to drink it. It was like that. Guys, I didn't have to say anything then. He's drunk honking protein shakes for years. And now he's tasting this thing that tastes like a McDonald's, but it's actually good for you. Here's the other thing as well. I'm 42. So Jack's obviously, look guys, here's the next thing. I'm just going to be honest. I think everybody does look super healthy on this call, right? See, if you're not looking the best you can possibly look, you're not doing yourself a good service, right? Because if I had a wee bit of a chubby face or something like that, Jack would be prejudging me going, it can't be that good, look at him, chubby boy. That's what he'd be thinking. So you've got to be making sure that you look your best, and this is why you've got to be using the Herbalife skincare. You've got to be drinking your water. You've got to be taking the tablets to make the best of what you've got. Do you know what I mean? You can't polish a turd, but you can do your best, right? So, Simon Hill, Jack Williams, bingo. Jack Williams, as soon as he was on the products, as soon as he was getting a result, bingo, guys, that was it. I went, right, mate, bring all your friends out, because Jack didn't have I think he was staying with his mum and dad or something. Says, look, pal, do you want to do this? Do you want to go big? He went, yeah. I went, fill my kitchen up. He filled it up. He brought about 15 people to my house. Everybody got on the shakes. Everybody got on the tea. Everybody got on programs. Started to build a team. He's now been doing it for about 2.5 years. And biggest month this month, £20,000 in income. Remember how it started? Walking along the street with a badge. Okay? Josie and Jamie Stickley. Remember how that started? Jimmy Forwell quit, my pal. His pal, Tiny Nash, quit. His pal, Marv Jones, quit. Josie and Jamie Stickley, bingo, millionaire team. Jamie Stickley was on my PT course, guys. You know what he's like that, yeah? He was trying to tell me it was a scam. I wanted to just knock him clean out but you know what I did, guys? This is a true story, right? I blocked him. Because I said to Sarah, I goes, but guys, this was like 6 years ago. I said, see when I fucking see him, he can fucking stand by. I was going mad. Sarah went, block him. I blocked him on Facebook, forgot about him. About 2.5 years later, boom. Please give a massive welcome to Jamie Stickley to the group. His friend got him, not me. But he dropped out the business. Josie and Jamie Stickley are now a millionaire team, and they will be a diamond, guys. Never ever quit. Okay? Gemma Lee. Who knows Gemma Lee? Get Team 2.5 now, right? Her business last month done about 70,000. Do you know who's in her downline? Amy and Lev. Right? Imagine how big that organisation is now. They're Get Team 2.5 as well. So, my friend who was a boxing coach, I said, Graham, you should look at this Herbalife. He went, Kev, you could try and sell snow to the fucking Arabs or whatever that quote is, right? I goes, Graham, I ain't selling it to you. I'm trying to, guys, this is the way I say that, I swear. I was like, Graham, I'm not fucking selling it. I'm telling you how good it is, you're my pal. Nah, Kev, fuck off, mate. 2 years later, Gary Richards was coming to Pompey, professional football player. I said, Graham, do you want to come and listen to this professional footballer talking about nutrition and stuff? He went, yeah. Came along, sat in the seat, came out of the meeting and went, I'm going to get started on the products. Got on the products, lost a stone, signed up, one member, Gemma Lee. After 6 weeks on the products, guys, he was in a Royal Marines base. He goes, Kev, I'm stopping the products. I went, what? Why? He went, I'm getting too much shit for the lads. I went, Graham, are you fucking having a laugh? You're going to stop because of what other people are saying? He went, Kev, honestly, it's too much hassle now. I was like, went on my BizWorks, contacted Gemma Lee. Hiya, Gemma, how are you? She went, oh, hiya, Kev, how are you? I went, how are you getting on with it? She went, Kev, I love the products. I went, do you want me to do a wee shake party for you and your pals? She went, what, you'd come up to Middlesbrough to do a shake party? I went, yeah. She's fill it up, it'll be a laugh, blah, blah, blah. Went up there, guys. Shake party, there was about 8 people there. Boom. It's a diamond leg. It's going to be another diamond. It's crazy, guys, right? Paisy in our shop. Hiya, mate, how are you? Oh, hiya, mate, how are you? I'm no bad. What do you do? Look, guys, this is what I done. I went, because he was wearing workers' builder's kit, right? I went, what do you do, pal? He went, oh, I'm a heating engineer. I went, wow, do you like that? He went, nah, I fucking hate it. I went, straight away, you on Facebook, pal? He went, yeah. I went, what's your name? Paisy. Oh, that's you there, yeah? Cool, mate. I'm going to show you a couple of videos later. I think I can help you. See you later, pal. Bye. Walk away. Boom. On the products, shake party in Edinburgh. Bingo. Now his business does about 60,000 a month. More than that probably, right? It's unbelievable, guys. Here's another cracker. I was at an extravaganza and I was doing an Instagram story, you know, when all the crowd are there. I was going, and as I was doing it, this big international rugby player who was my pal, but a bit of a hater, he commented, he went, Kev, I've had enough of watching. Tell me more. Think about what I've just said there, right? He's had enough. Guys, in like a politely aggressive manner, constantly show off how good we are. You know, I love when Ronaldo does something, I just go, whoops, that's embarrassing, bang. Because what can you say to that? Do you know what I mean? Or so constantly show all the best bits of Herbalife and make it so hard for them to go, I've fucking had enough. Just let me join. Do you know what I mean? Just, guys, just squeeze them. Just squeeze them. So like, I can't believe that. I can't believe they've just brought out a vegan range. What? Wow. Guys, 2 weeks' time. I can't believe they've just brought out this product that makes you look even better. I hate Herbalife, but I love them. Can I join? Guys, you've got to promote all the time, okay? Dean Frost, Global Expansion Team. He was a middleweight boxer. He boxed Carl Froch, right? He's a tough guy, guys. He's a middleweight. I'm only a light welterweight, right? So he's in a bigger category. I had never spoke to him in my whole life. I saw him at boxing shows. He saw me, right? We had mutual respect. I goes, bang. Hey, Dean, how are you? Do you know what, guys? I knew how he was. His head was about that size. And trust me, that wasn't bone, it was fat. He had a big bowling ball head, right? I could see he was like Ricky Hatton, yeah? I goes, hey, Dean, how are you? Oh, hiya, Kev, how are you, pal? Oh, great, mate, what are you doing now? He goes, oh, mate, I'm working on the roads. I say the same line every time, guys. You know what I say? Wow, do you like that? He went, nah, it's shit. I went, mate, you should take a look at what I do. He went, Kev, I'm not a salesman. I went, Dean, this isn't sales. I says, listen, pal, pop to my house, come and try some of the products, come and try the samples, just see if you like what I'm going to show you. When are you in Pompey next? Bang, got him in, boom, shake. Dean's probably lost about 2.5, 3 stone, now a Global Expansion Team member. It's unbelievable. I could go through so many, guys. I mean, look, I've got 12 tab team, 11 or 12 frontline tab team now, right? And if I told you every one of the stories, you'd probably get bored because you go, ah, right, now I get it. Because every one of them, I swear, every one of them started with a conversation. So, this is what I say to my guys, and this is the truth, right? I can send, and I'm not fast, I can send 50 messages in the space of about 30 minutes. You go, what? Easy. You go onto your friends list on Facebook, you go into the list, alphabetical. Peter, can I just, has anybody done this before? Do you train this sort of thing, Ricky, or do you want me to show them how I do it?
You go for it, mate. You go for it all the way.
Facebook, yeah?
Yeah.
I go on to, I mean, by the way, this is so technical, this, all right? So technical, right? Go on, friends. All friends. Sort. So it normally does alphabetical order, right? Today I don't know why it's not done it, right? So now, by the way, guys, I'm only on about F. I promise you, I have never got past F because by the time I do my A's, I've got too much coming back. I've not got enough time to keep going, right? This is why you'll find a lot of my front line, if you look at their names, loads of their names are the between A, B, C, D, and E. Promise you, I've got so many Andys. It's mental, right? So you go there, right? There's a list. And then there's 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. What does it say? Message James. So all I do is bang, message him. Then I return back to the list and go to the next person. And it will be Jackie. And it doesn't matter who the person is. If I don't know the person, I'm going to tell you what I do, right? But think about how quick you could do this. Hey, James, how are you, pal? I hope you and the kids are well. This is if I know James, yeah? Send. Even if he's a hater, by the way, yeah? Hey, Jackie, how are you, pal? Are you still living in Scotland? Send. Hey, Jemima, I hope you're well. Send. Ah, hey, Jim, I don't think I know you, mate. I see you're based in Middlesbrough. Is that right? Send. Everything's a question. Bang, 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 yeah? So, and by the way, we're going to open up for questions, right? So think about it, guys. If I send 50 in half an hour, and this is what I do when I'm in action. At the moment, I'm not in action, guys, right? 30 minutes, put the phone down, go to the kitchen, boil the kettle, watch a bit of the telly, go back in, get on my phone, and now I've probably got about 15 replies. Now I'm in the game. Hiya, Kev, how are you? Oh, good, mate. What are you doing nowadays, especially with COVID? Oh, mate, I'm just doing this and I'm doing... Oh, wow. Are you enjoying that? No, mate, it's fucking shit. Low. Mate, we've just launched this brand new division. When are you free to take a look at a couple of videos? Bang. Like that. Now, recently, somebody said, Kev, I'm not into that Herbalife. I went, well, no problem, mate. What is it you don't like about it? Mate, it's sales and stuff. I goes, mate, it's not sales. He went, no, seriously, Kev, I'm just too busy. Guys, think about it. He's told me no about 2 or 3 times, yeah? I'm not going to keep hammering the guy. You know what I'm going to say? No probs, James. What are you doing this weekend, my pal? You getting pissed? Bang, send. I'm going to take the heat off the conversation so I can revisit James in 6 months' time. Here's why. 6 months' time, his life will be different. He might have gained £5. He might have had a pay cut. He might now hate the job that he thought was good. Now, if I can keep following up with James after 6 months, I know the time's going to come, guys. Okay? especially when I keep building that rapport with the guy. Happy with that? So here's another one, right? I don't know the person, right? You know, sometimes you get randoms and you go, oh, what am I going to say? Who thinks that? I'll tell you what you say. And it starts with the first thing that I said, fear of people. Guys, send the message. This is what you say. Hiya, Dave. How are you? Are you still based in Belfast, mate? Look where they live. Hiya, Samantha. Are you still living in Liverpool now? They go, who's this? They go, yeah, I am. What's up? You go, you'll never guess what. We've just launched a brand new division in Liverpool. Would you be interested in doubling or trebling your income? Watch a couple of videos for me to show you. Imagine if they go, no. No doesn't mean never, guys. Yeah, she goes, oh, no, I'm not really interested. Guys, think about that quote. Would you be interested in doubling or trebling your income? Your pitch might be different, guys. Your pitch might be, would you be interested in earning £1,000 a month part-time? That's another good invite, right? Now, imagine if you go, no, no thanks. Can you think how stupid that answer is? No thanks. They don't even know what it is. You could say, mate, all you had to do was stick a note through your neighbour's door once a month and they give you £1,000. They don't know what they've got to do, so why would you say no? So you can't take it seriously when someone says no, yeah? So they go, no thanks. You go, no problems. Where about in Liverpool do you actually live? I live in Wallasey. Amazing. Do you like it up there? I absolutely love Liverpool. See, I've now got them talking about themselves. Get them talking. People love talking about themselves, guys. So just get them, amazing. Do you know what? Liverpool's one of my favourite cities. I'll tell you the truth, it's not. But I will say that, yeah? Do you get what I'm saying, yeah? I go, Liverpool's one of my favourite cities. It's really good for shopping. It's full of thieves as well, isn't it, yeah? I don't say that. But you know what I'm saying, yeah? So what I'm saying, I'm building a bit of rapport because when I go back to this person who I didn't know 6 months later, I go, hiya, how are you? Hiya, how are you? How's things up there? That's great. What are you doing nowadays for work? I just got a new job. What are you doing? Bank manager. Massive congratulations. I'm so happy for you. 2 years later, hiya, how are you? Hiya, what are you doing now? I'm still the bank manager. Are you enjoying it? Nah, to be honest, I've had enough of it now. I'm actually looking for something else. Wow. You should take a look at what I do. It's incredible just now. See what I mean, guys? It's just numbers. Okay? Next thing that I want to say is, guys, me and Sarah, we do not have any type of like influencers. It's all just average, normal people, right? All just normal, average people. And I don't want, look, if you can get a Daniel Armstrong, well done, right? Brilliant. But I'm looking at all the other people in here. Ross, Sam, you know, Alex, Ricky, me. I've not got any influencer mates. I'm just a normal guy, right? So instead of thinking, I need one of them, you don't. You just need to help person by person by person. I've gave you all the names, all the tab team guys. As Ricky said, one day that will be a founder circle organisation. It's unbelievable, guys. So please don't get faked out. If you've got a friend who's like an ex-professional footballer, bang, go in, give them the invite, yeah, get them to take a look, but don't think you can't do the business if you've not got influence. You can go all the way. What was the other two things I wanted to say? Right, here's just one example. So another thing, I know I speak about the badge a lot. I'll be honest, most of my work is done on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook, right? So, who's read Go Pro by Eric Worre? So one of the things that he says, and I've got the book there, is you've got to get good at inviting, presenting, so there you go, guys. I don't even know it off by heart, right? I don't. But I know one of them is finding new prospects. Yeah, but yeah. And I'm saying this to anybody who thinks I've run out of people. Be honest, does anybody ever think like that? Cool, brilliant. I've been there. I got to the millionaire team and I thought, shit, I've run out of people. What am I going to fucking do? That was where I was, yeah? Guys, that was 6 years ago. That was when we only had 5 lines. Now we've got 30. So think about that, right? So I'll tell you some things that I do now, right? Number 1, I talk to everybody. I don't talk to them about Herbalife. So I go to a gym local to me. And by the way, I don't wear the badge in the gym. I just think that would look a bit stupid, like wearing a badge, like on the treadmill and stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do wear branded kit, yeah? So the first day I joined the gym, do you really think I'm going to go up and start pitching everybody? No. This is what I do. Hiya, mate. How are you? 2 days later. Hiya, pal. You all right? Yeah. 2 weeks later. How's it going, mate? You on the bench again? Yeah. Bang. 2 months later. Bloody hell, mate. You're getting fucking strong on that. Is that 100 kilos there? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, mate, I like your trainers. What kind are they? Night Zoom. Wow, they're lovely. Like them. Yeah. Guys, 6 months later, he's my friend. You're trying to make loads and loads of friends. So even when I'm dog walking, I've now got loads of friends. Hiya, how's your little, Labrador, or, oh, hiya. It's like that. So what you're doing is you're just trying to make loads and loads of friends. And it's not, and I'm telling you this as well, guys, it's not about Herbalife. Think about your own philosophy. Why would you not just want to make loads of pals anyway? I've got pals. I've got a pal. I feel sorry for her when I think about it, when I just thought about it. The poor little shite takes her dog a walk in a Zimmer frame. Right? I go, hiya, how are you? Oh, hiya. She goes, how's Charlie? She doesn't know my name. She knows fucking my dog's name. Right? How's Charlie? I go, oh, last night he shit everywhere, the little bugger, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to make friends with loads and loads of people, because why would you not want to just make loads and loads of friends? Now, do I think the woman in the Zimmer frame is going to be my next prospect? Why would I not want to just say, hiya, how are you? You all right? Oh, hiya. You make their day. You can make somebody's day, and then you can end up becoming their friend. Do you get what I mean? So try and just become just be as friendly as you possibly can. And I want to tell you this, Ricky knows this, because Ricky's known me for probably 5 or 6 years. I wasn't always like this, guys. Think about it. Boxer, small, yeah. If someone said to me, if a bloke said to me, hiya mate, how are you? I'd probably go, all right, mate. Like that, you know what blokes do? They act a bit hard, don't they? Like, right, mate. Because I don't know why men do that, but that's Why would you be like that? Why not go, oh, yeah, mate, you all right? How's it going? What are you up to today? You had a good day? Oh. Think about, guys, how do you feel about somebody when somebody does that to you? Well, can you imagine if you now make that like your job? My job is to go, hiya, how's it going? Wow, I like your shoes. What kind of shoes are they? Even if you don't want to buy them, pay them a compliment. Oh, mate, where did you get that Nike t-shirt from? Oh, mate, I'll go to the local. Mate, that's a fucking cracker. I love that Nike. Mate, I love Nike as well. Like, do you prefer Nike or Adidas? Oh, I'm Nike as well. See what I mean? Just try and make loads and loads of friends, guys, right? Happy with that? So that's offline. Online, yeah? This is what I do. So I very, very rarely talk to girls online. By the way, I think most people will understand exactly where I'm coming from. Like, girls probably feel a little bit weird if they message a guy, because some guys might go, she's trying to hit on me. I don't know. You get weirdos, don't you, right? So I'm just being open and honest with you. Even though I sometimes see girls and I think, wow, she'd be brilliant, I'm just more inclined to make loads and loads of male friends. Male, right? So this is what I do. I go into Facebook groups and find people like me. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for men between age 25 and 50. So what I do is I go into groups, whether it's boxers groups, ex-forces groups, guys, you can go in any groups. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, well, I'm just looking at a girl here, right? I'm just like, Lisa, right? Lisa likes hair, right? I'd go into Facebook, I'd go, hairdressers, wherever you live. Hairdressers in Portsmouth. Bang. I'm going to find people. I will go into a Facebook group and all I do, go straight to the members. And all I do is add all the people who look like they are quite positive. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not going to send a friend request to somebody who's got a picture of a dog as a profile picture. Yeah? Do you get what I'm saying? Or I'm not going to I'll send it to people who look quite decent. Happy with that, yeah? And I know that's maybe a little bit judgmental, but that's what I do, right? So I just go add. If I can think about this now, if I go into one group, I've not done this yet. Imagine if I went into Portsmouth and I went, Portsmouth doggies. I'll probably get a group where it says Portsmouth dog walkers or something like that, right? I'll go to the group, I'll go in the group and there will be probably 300 members. I could go in there and get 50 new friends in the space of 5 minutes by going add. 60% of them will not accept my request. No problem. 40% do. So now I've got 15 new friends. I go, hiya mate, how's it going? Are you a member of the dog walkers community? Yeah. Wow. What kind of dog you got like? Oh, you got an Alsatian? Oh, I love Alsatians, but I'm allergic. So I prefer the little poodle things, you know. Oh, wow. Where'd you take your dog a walk, mate? Boom. That's what I do, right? But I've not done the dog route yet. I'll tell you what route I've been doing, right? So I'm in an armed forces group. None of them are my friend. None of them. I go in there, I go, bum. I go, hey mate, how are you? Are you still in the army? They come back, I go, no, I know what they're going to say, guys. Yeah, they go, no, I'm outside now. I go, wow, what are you doing now then? Most of them go, security. Some of them say health and safety. By the way, it's all crap jobs as well. I go, amazing. Are you enjoying it? What do you think to say? No, it's crap. I've done that to a guy who I did not know 7 weeks ago. He says it's crap. I says, mate, you should take a look at what I do. Boom. Got him on a call. got him on the products. He lost £15 in 21 days, and he's just hit qualified producer. He's reading the books. He's got 3 people in his downline, and he'll probably be a world team member in cuts, maybe probably at the start of 2021, right? Now, this is where it comes in now, right? When people look at stones and stars, they think, no, it doesn't happen now. The people who you're going to speak to now, guys, will be the people who become your stones and stars next year. See, you need to put the action in now, and then they'll be the ones that are popping through when it comes to January, February, March. So if you're looking at your business now and you're going, I've not got any stones, right? No problem. This is why you're on the call. Because you go, right, the conversations that I have over the next 4 weeks, they're going to be my potential stones that will come through. That's all it takes, guys. And I know, by the way, I don't know how long I've been chatting here. I know when I talk about doing 50 conversations and stuff like that, for a lot of people it might sound overwhelming. If you send out 50 messages, only about 20 of them are going to reply, right? I don't do this all the time. I have only done, so I don't know if you've ever been shown this, guys, right? Who thinks slow and steady wins the race? It doesn't. Trust me, guys. Slow and steady does not win the race, right? Me and Sarah have probably done 4 plans in 7 years. 4. This is what we do, yeah? So we done it in January. Went, right, no. So what do we do? 10 new customers, 10 new members. That took about 2 months to do, by the way. 2 months. So it takes work, yeah? Now, so what's this? Ricky, at the moment, pal, last month, what was your personal volume?
Last month we did 2,500 PPV, and then we did 3.5, just so about 6.5, I think we was on.
Happy. So look at that, guys, right? Ricky goes, do you know what? 10 new customers, 10 new members in the next 2 months. Take him up to December. He can then have December off, by the way. Try and guess what Ricky's volume would be in December. About 10 to 15,000. Because he's already got 6 there. Guys, it's not rocket science. It's that easy. Me and Sarah, we always do 10Ks, yeah? So people were looking at our volume going, fuck, how did they do 38,000 PV? I'll tell you exactly how. Exactly what I've just told you. I swear, that was it. If you do 10,000, right, and you get 10 new customers on top of it, and your 10 customers start giving referrals, so think about it. Imagine if every customer gives 1 referral, just on average. That's 20 new customers. So there's an extra 2,000 PPV. Everybody agree? 10 new members. 2 of them will do 0. Yeah, 0. The rest of them will do an average of 500. 3 of them will probably do about 1,000 PPV and start to build an organisation and become qualified producers and active supervisors. Guys, I know my numbers, right? So imagine you've got 3 members and they do 1,000 PPV. In fact, I'll draw it out. 1,000 PPV plus 500. Imagine they do that. That's an extra 2,500. Well, if you've got 3 of them, there's 7,500. I've now took my PV from 10 to 20,000. Everybody see that? So if you're on 2,000 just now, you would be on 12,500. Imagine how excited you'd be. That's it. Happy with that, guys? Now, they're now qualified producers. Happy with that? Imagine when their guys duplicate, do that. These clusters now become supervisors who turn over about anywhere between 7 and 10,000. Guys, I will tell you, this is what happens. If you sponsor fast and you do 10, yeah, 3 of them will be good. I don't know why it's 3. 2 of them will do, 2 or 3 will do 0. You know the guys who sign up and they don't even buy PDM? You know those guys? It's just one of those things. It's not your fault, yeah? 3 of them will be good. You'll get 3 like that. They will then become your active supervisors. That's all we've done. We've done 4 of those plans, and this is what happens to anybody who's a leader here, right? Your volume starts to go like that, and you start doing 7, 8, 10, 15. Try and guess what your team do. I don't know why they do it. They follow. They follow. When we were doing 10,000, Jamie and Josie were doing 5,000. See, when we done 20,000, they done 10. See, when we done 30, they done 20. Why? I don't know why. The speed of the leader determines the rate of the pack. And it's just keeping it that simple, guys. Honestly, it's like, look, sometimes you go, I sponsored 2 people last month and both of them were fucking crap. You go, no problem. You need to sponsor more. And then you're going to get one. Can you imagine if you got one who done that? Who does 10K? We had 3 of them this year. 3. That popped out. Boom. They popped from the PV into the organisational volume, and in their first month done 10K. Exactly like that. Honestly, exactly like that. I'm not saying exactly 3 and then 3. Some of them done 5. Some of them done 1, but that one got 5. It just depends, right? But again, it just goes back to you leading by example, leading like when nobody's watching. What are you doing? Are you just looking at people's Instagram, social media? Are you just liking posts for the sake of it? Or are you actually getting uncomfortable going, hiya, how are you? Hiya, mate, how are you? Oh, hiya, mate, are you based in Paris? Ah, bonjour, yes, I am. Wow, we've just launched a brand new division over there. You should take a look at it. Imagine if you joined up and became a Quentin Revoir. Well, that's how Quentin got recruited, guys. Somebody said, hiya, how are you? You should take a look at what we do. It is that simple. When you take all the junk out your head and you just condense it to that one thing, invite, 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 there's going to be people who look. So I've went on. Ricky, let's open the floor if you think there might be questions.
Honestly, that was absolutely incredible. You've just wrote me out a new plan. Like, I want to get crap. I've just put a plan in place that it looks like absolute chaos, but it is so simple. Do you know what, Kev? Before you do that, I just wanted to hit home a few things that I just picked out from there. Like, we talk about showing results, making samples and telling stories. That's like our new little way of looking at the business. And I'm so pleased because you've just absolutely hit that nail on the head. So it's nice to hear we're all on the right track. But do you know what? Like, when people are saying no to you, like you were saying no with your ego, like you just said there, you said you had a bit of that ego. So people are saying no to people now, and they could be Kevin Green, guys. You're getting told no, and it could be him. Then you got involved, right? This is a massive one for me because you saw Jim got a result. You didn't give a shit what Jim was saying. It was when you saw his result, guys.
Exactly.
Like that, right? Everyone knocked you when you got started. I hear this so much, Kev. You must get it. People message me like, oh, I'm getting these people are saying these nasty things to me. This person's saying it's this, it's that. Like you was getting the same, right, for 7 weeks. They then went and saw your result like you saw Jim's. They wanted to get involved, right? So again, guys, results, they saw it. They wanted to get involved. I just wrote on here, Jim was willing to jump on a plane to take Kev. Guys, this is the bit, and I tell this story all the time. Jim got on a plane to come and see Kev to take him to a meeting from Edinburgh. So he must have landed. Where did he land? In Heathrow? Southampton, and then drove down to Portsmouth, yeah? Right. Now, that is what Jim was willing to do. We wouldn't be on this call if Jim hadn't done that. But you know, Jim's got a sponsor, guys, called Scott Walker and Nicola Walker. Kev, tell him how Scott got Jim.
It's an unbelievable story. I mean, and we are so grateful to Scott and Nicola because Scott is an academic guy, he's a clever guy. Not, now he is, but back then he wasn't the most outgoing of people or the most confident, to the point where he got that uncomfortable, he knocked on Jim's door. Can you imagine knocking on a stranger's door, guys? Especially if you knew what Jim was like as well. But Scott's sentiment to begin with, guys, so it is a great story. Saw Jim had a van, and on Jim's van it had an email address. So Scott sent him an email saying, hiya, we're part of a health and wellness company, got a big opportunity, blah, blah, blah. I think Jim just ignored the email, ignored it. And that's the same as, see, when you think about social media, sometimes you're sending a message going, hiya mate, how are you? They read it and they don't reply. That doesn't mean to say, guys, that they're not interested. It just means they maybe got distracted or something. But Scott followed up. And Scott went to his door, knocked on his door, and Jim said, no, I'm not interested, and went back again. So I think it took 3 times for Scott to try with Jim. And lucky enough, it was when Jim was just about to go to Thailand. And you all know, Jim used to love his, before he settled down, Jim used to love his trips to Thailand, and he wanted to lose a couple of extra pounds of fat. So he goes, you know what, I'll give the products a try. And again, if you think about it, guys, you don't need to be that good. We don't need to be good. The products are good. The products are great. The products are amazing. If they just use the products, it makes you look good. So that's exactly what Scott done. Scott got him on the products to come to a meeting, the exact same thing, and bingo, Jim saw the big picture.
And guys, so that's exactly what Scott did to Jim, Jim did to Kev done to countless people, 30 of them become stones. How many active well team legs is that, Kev?
Well, I reckon this year, we've got loads of guys who turn tab team, yeah? So I reckon we're going to get 11 tab team, and we'll probably get about 10 stars again.
Right. So, guys, stars is active well team. So, stones, stars, and out of the stars, you produce your diamonds, which is president's team. But what hit me so clear here is that the same way Scott got Scott got Jim got Kev got 30 stones, 20 stars, 11 tab team members. Some of them are millionaire team members, guaranteed bankers for president team. And all through, like, you've literally got me, Kev. I'm going to do the 5 challenge. Like, I'm going to do a 5 challenge, 10 new customers, 10 new members, and see how many we can nail them in October. And whoever wants to join me on that, let's go. I'm inspired.
And Ricky, can I just help you there, mate? Because I want to, and I said this to my guys, right? And a few of them are doing it. By the way, guys, I trained about 100 of my team on a call like this. And I said to them, guys, this is a secret. And I showed them that, yeah? Do you know how many who actioned it and started writing it down and all that? I reckon about 5.
Yeah, it would be.
95% didn't take it up. And I was, this is how honest I was. And this is what happened, guys. January, wrote down the blank circles. Think about this. Monday morning. Hiya, how are you? Hiya, how are you? How are you? Tuesday. Hiya, how are you? Wednesday. See, when I got to Friday, that was still blank. Do you think I'm going to go, quit? What did I do? Monday, go again. Hiya, how are you? How are you? How are you? See, by the time we got to the next game week, you know the hiya, how are yous that happened on the Monday, they were now coming on to, oh yeah, I'm interested actually. See, because it takes time for a conversation to open up. After about 10 days, Ricky, there was only 3 people in the circles. 3. See, once you start working referrals. So what I was doing here, right? See that Jane? If Jane was giving a referral to David, he was going in as well. So if I was getting Jane on the products and saying, Jane, would your husband like to get on the products? Boom, that was added. I'll tell you now, guys, see once that page started to and there was now more names in it than blank, I was going, we can do this. See, by the time we've got to the end and all the circles are filled in, the volume was like that. Yeah. It was, people are like, what? How are you doing 20,000? You're going, that's how you do it.
Kev, you know what you said, though, that most people never say is, who do you know? That's the difference in pins, tab team. And you said out 100 people, 5 did it. That's usually around the get team level. 5% are going to get there. Out of those 5, who would do it again? The millionaire team. Out of those millionaire team, how many people are going to continuously do it over a period of 5 to 10 years? The president team. Guys, this stuff, and we said this recently, Kev, you might agree, that you hear everything you needed to hear in Herbalife to go president's team in your first 30 days. It can take you 6 to 10 years to actually listen to it.
Exactly.
And you've just heard it, guys. You've just literally had a complete master. You answered, though, nearly every question I wanted to ask you, but I know that the guys there have got bundles. I just want to see, and I'm going to hand it over in a minute. The fear of people, that really is the difference. You know, we can talk about business models. We're in our group, Kev, as you know, we threw out everything. We tried all different stuff. We've got make samples, show results, tell stories, make them samples, is a big one. Tell them a story, see if they're interested. Who do you know? That's why obviously we love your business. Yeah. Now, some people do more of that than others. That is the categoric difference between people earning 5 figures a month, or like yourself, 6 figures a month, to people that are struggling. And when they're struggling, Kev, just if you could tell the guys this, and I'm trying to say this in a nicer way possible, because remember, you get a lot of messages off your team like me. And I think what happens is when people struggle because they're not doing what you've just said, frustration kicks in, and they want to, the blame wants to come. It's because we've all got what Kev just showed us, guys, even me. The whole way through that hour, I'm thinking, I'm up in my game. I'm coming. I want to get cracking again. I want to get after all my top producers and really start competing. So any of you have got what Kev just said. Everyone has got what Kev just gave you. It's always been there. It's been there since the beginning. So guys, what we want to do now is I'm going to hand it over to Sal. Sal, I know you've got a few questions there, mate. And then anyone else that's got, I know you've probably sent them in, but I'm going to unmute some of the tab team. So, Sal, over to you, mate.
Can you hear me, mate?
Yeah.
Kev, that was probably the best training I've been on, mate. I'm so glad we got it recorded, and I'm so glad we got so many people on it. I've got so many notes here, mate. But got loads of questions, but I think you answered so many of them in your training. The first one is my personal one. I'm really good at giving advice to members, but how do you deal with online negativity? Because I've had, some of my friends personally put videos up, right? Which, it's all right. And even this week, as much personal development as I do, Kev, my mum's from Glasgow, so I'll probably get the fire as well. Someone in my new group, some of their friends put video up. everything inside me was telling me don't do anything, and I couldn't help it, and I went in and I made things probably 100 times worse. But I have this thing where I want to destroy them, and my blood was boiling. Like, have you experienced a lot of this in your 7 years?
Yeah, I mean, do you know what it does? I think the longer you're in the business, the less you see it. But Sal, I'm probably not the worst to ask, but because I'm the same as you, you see it and you give your team advice to say, look, don't say anything. But do you know what? I bite back as well. I do. But you're right, 100% right. Look, guys, you can hear it from me, Sal, whoever your sponsor or upline is, they're going to tell you to ignore it and move on. And you're either going to take that, because it is good, that's the best advice, by the way. The best advice is ignore it, block it, move on, right? But I could have, by the way, David Bevan's like my mentor, right? David Bevan could say to me, Kev, move on, ignore it. I get off the phone, I go, nah, no way, fuck this. You're a fucking wank, you know, whatever. So I've made that mistake as well, because sometimes you can let your chimp like overrule what's right. What I will say is, look, guys, I don't know who is getting the negativity. Block the person. Trust me, guys, just block whoever it is there. You don't need it. You don't need to see it. And I've done this ploy before. You just block them. And look, if you want to unblock them in 90 days' time or 6 months' time, then you can unblock them. But just fucking block them, whoever it is. Even if it's somebody that's close to you, just go, bang, block. That's what I would say. Because if you don't block them, right, it will always keep rearing its ugly head. Like 2 or 3 days later, someone's going to comment, and then they'll maybe put a second post up. And you know what? Like when Herbalife were getting attacked from Bill Ackman about 4 or 5 years ago, right? FBI psychologists, they told Michael O. Johnson, they said, what you need to do now is never ever mention his name. So Michael O. Johnson never ever mentioned Bill Ackman, never mentioned the guy's name. So because whoever's giving the negativity out, all they want, they're like little children, they just want attention. That's the only way they can get attention, by putting something that's negative, and then you get all the fucking idiots who go, yeah, I agree. It's all just idiots. I agree. But look, they're all idiots, the ones who agree. So the best thing to do, I don't know if that's answered the question, Sal, I would say block. Yeah. I've actually done it with 2 of my mates, and they're still blocked. And I get told every so often, you know, sometimes somebody will say, I'll see them out, they go, oh, did you see what Sean posted? I go, nah, I'm not interested. Oh, mate, he hates Herbalife. I go, I feel sorry for him. I don't know why he's interested in my business. He should be more interested in his own business. See, I just say that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be my advice on that one, Sal.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, you know, where you've got 30 stones and you've got some people moving really fast. Have you experienced where you've got some people that are doing all the right things and they're smashing everything, but the numbers aren't being reflected and they're getting really demotivated, and they're like, oh, they're doing really well. Like, what am I not doing right? Maybe this is not for me. And you're like, no, you're doing like everything really well. You know, like you said, like run your own race. But obviously, how do you help your like members get through that phase to let them know that they're actually doing better than 90%, and not to compare themselves to some people that have more susceptible circles of influence or whatever it might be?
It's a real good point. Do you know what? I've got, and I won't name any names. In fact, I won't name any names, right? But we've got a guy who's sponsored probably 4 people in the space of 3.5 years. 4. One of them is a Millionaire team member, which makes him a Millionaire team member. And then you've got somebody else who's sponsored 100 in their Get team. they're going, right, you go, look, that's sometimes just the way it is. That is sometimes just the way it is. I mean, by the way, Sal, I could think that way, guys. Think about it. Imagine if I went, I just want somebody like Ricky Roberts. He's on the Cuspy Press team. Why have I not got somebody like Ricky? Again, guys, it's sometimes just the way it falls. But what I can say is, right, see if you've got somebody who's doing the right thing and they're doing the right, they've got the right behaviour, they've got the right mindset. Because I'm thinking of loads of people who are in my organisation just now, right? They are Herbalife through and through. They use the products, they've got great results, they talk to people, they're passionate and all that, right? And at the moment, there may be world team, there may be active world team, some of them are get, and they're looking at other people who are nowhere near in the league, who are now mill team, press team, 15K, right? And they're going, do you know what? I've got so much confidence. These guys who are doing the right things, they will get everything that they deserve. Why? Because I just believe in the laws of the universe. I'm telling you, Sal, I just believe in the universe. At the end of the day, I listen to enough Jim Rohn to say, look, if you just keep doing the right things over and over and over, like a farmer does, you know, sometimes a farmer puts a crop out and the next thing, bang, he gets hit with a storm. You go, why did that happen to me? No problem, Mr. Farmer. Go and do it again. The storm's not going to come this time. Second time he does it, bang, he gets hit with a storm. You go, come on, just do it again. Well, if that farmer keeps putting the crops out, I'm sure we'd all agree, guys, that he will get the rewards. Whereas the farmer who just puts it out once gets a real good crop, but then doesn't keep doing the seeding and all that other stuff. Who are you going to put your money on? Who's going to be the better farmer? The guy who does the right thing. And I don't know if that was probably a rubbish analogy, but that's just the way that I think about it. I see people who go quicker than me in the business. Right, and I go, Kev, remember I told you guys, people go, when are you going to get to 15K? I go, I don't care. If I just keep doing the do, it's going to come.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say to the people who feel like they're doing the right things, they're speaking to enough people, they've got the results, their heart's in the right place. Your time will come, guys. Your time will come.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think people forget, or new people don't see that, you know, I was world team for nearly 4.5 years, 5 years. And Rick always just said, just keep doing it and it will come. Keep doing it, it will come, it will come, it will come. And trying to get that into people. Obviously, I don't want to, you know, I don't want people to sit at world team for 4.5 years. So obviously, they can learn from my mistakes. But yeah, you did answer that perfectly, mate. And one more question from me, probably a bit of a personal question. Well, your other half, Sarah's in the business, so it's good, right? But where we're online now, and we've got Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, HOMS, Monday night training, Wednesday night power hours. How do you know, dealing with a relationship, maybe the other half's not in Herbalife and you're on a Zoom call every night, every weekend, like how it's hard to navigate that sometimes, you know, like how do you and Sarah kind of do that? Is it because you're doing it together or?
Look, everybody's going to be different. Every relationship will be different. This is what I'll say. And I think you guys were the same as us, right? See, during lockdown, guys, every night we were on it. We were like, bang, 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 right? And again, that was us, like creating that momentum. Now, you need to know this. When you build Herbalife the right way, and I'm just being openly honest, guys, I have not really prospected for months now. I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? I'm at 40K. I never ever thought my wildest dreams. You know, it'll be the same when Ricky gets to press team. He'll probably think, do you know what? I deserve a wee bit of a break here. So what I would say is, whether your partner's in the business or not, and look, I'm just telling you what Jim Rohn said to me. Because sometimes you're going to have to speak to your wife or you speak to your husband and say, look, if I do A, B, C, and D, this is what it's going to give us. So as an example, because this is all in my mind, imagine if you went, look, I'm just going to give this everything I possibly can for the next 6 months, right? And you know what? We're going to be able to put the kids into private school. Or I'm just going to do this, this, and this up until the 1st of December. And you know what it's going to be able to give us? An extra £3,000 to be able to have the best Christmas ever. Yeah, I'm just going to do this, this, and this. Or if you're a couple, you go, right, if we do this, this, and this, then this is going to give us X. It's all about being able to see why you're doing it. Because as Jim Rohn would say, if the promise is clear, the price is easy to pay. It's easy to pay the price if the promise is clear enough. So, and by the way, look, guys, let's be honest on the call. It's difficult, especially nowadays with iPhones. They're always there. They're always pinging. Well, I would just say, try your best to be disciplined. You know, if you've said to your partner, right, darling, I'm on a Zoom call between 8 and 9 o'clock. See, once 9 o'clock's done, put the fucking phone down and sit and have quality time for an hour. Don't come off the Zoom and then still not be there. You've got to be disciplined, because I do believe, by the way, I do believe this, guys, iPhones, social media will be the next thing that can destroy a lot of people, because they're not actually being present, and it's going to take us as individuals to be disciplined with it. It's a great tool. It's a great tool, but I think it takes a lot of work to go, do you know what? Boom, I've done my work. Bang, put it down.
Sorry for asking relationship advice. You come on here to train the team, and I'm asking for relationship.
No, it's a great point, mate, because I think everybody probably on the call, even if you're maybe single, you'll probably, what I've just said there will be able to help you.
No, I really appreciate that, mate. Rick, back to you, mate. I think...
Kev, do you know what? You've absolutely answered, I think, everything that anyone was asking. Let me just see if there was they were all good. We've took 2 hours of your time, but just to say what Sal was saying now, me and Kev was kind of laughing about it earlier. Like, in the momentum and stuff that we've built really recently, especially the last 4 months, like there does have a strain on you and your partner. There's no two ways you're not going to have to. I've had this slipper thrown at my head when I pretended that I was just creeping upstairs, and then she's found me on another Zoom call hiding in the cupboard. But that is the grind, guys. Like, then, do you know when we stop arguing? This is the truth. When we get paid. And they come and dump that money back in your account the next month. Kev, I remember you saying that to me in Portsmouth. You went, Rick, you're getting close to that millionaire team where that money comes in. And he said, then it comes back in. And then you're like just looking at it like there's no fit. Every single part of this grind is worth it, guys. Everything you can have. And now, you know, the future that Kevin is, it's like what you've just said at the beginning of the call, Kev, when you get paid 25 grand or 125 grand, even the money we're on now, I'm like, well, if they gave me another double, triple, quadruple, what am I going to do? It's the game. It's this business that we've got that, you know, like Kevin's come on here today. He's my friend. And he's going to get nothing off of this. We've had 2 hours off of the fastest growing member in the planet, guys. Like, for 2 hours. That's what Herbalife gives you. You know, I'm eternally grateful. But I tell you what we have got. Del, let me unmute you a second. I know we struggle to unmute Delon sometimes. Del, you right there? And he's always got an awful Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Royal, sort your Wi-Fi out, for God's sake.
Del. So we got you. We got you.
Yeah. Hold on. It's going to...
Ricky, I can't believe how much a cheapskate he is, by the way.
I know, mate. I'm telling you. Here you go. Look, we got you.
Ah, wow.
Kevin,
We
can
can't
you
hear
see
you.
this?
Yeah. But anyway, Kev, I'll tell you what it is. You know what that is, don't you? It's the button. Yeah, we can't hear you, Del. So I'm going to explain it.
Thank you very much, Del.
Yeah, he was going to explain. We're going to send that over to you, mate. We didn't know what to buy you because obviously you're doing all right at the minute, mate. So another pair of Louis Vuittons or something, I'm not sure was going to cut the mustard. But yeah, we thought of something that
thank you so much.
You're the Marine, and we wanted to send that across, mate. I'm going to send that up, some flowers to Sarah, and mate, we've took so much of your time. But Kev, honestly, thanking you from
It was a
the
pleasure.
bottom of our heart, mate, and all the guys on the call today. That has been the best Zoom call I've ever been on in my life. And it's better, this recording just better hold. That's all I can say. So Sal, when we're done, don't close your laptop. I won't do the same. Kev, thank you, brother. I really
I love all you guys. And you know what, guys? I just thought about it because this coronavirus is so fucking annoying, right? The next time we're all at a Herbalife event, do you know what would make me happy? People just either come up, give me a high five or give me a hug, because that's, you know, I think we all need a bit of that just now. But honestly, I loved every minute, and I really hope that everybody comes off this call and really drives their business forward, all right?
Kev, thank you very much, guys. I'll take your notes.